Have you ever thought, I'm exhausted, but I don't want to be alone either? What if one simple weekly hour could lower your stress, deepen trust, and make your neighborhood safer? No politics required. That's a circle of care. So let me show you how to start one and why it changes everything. I'm Dr. Kimberly Lee. I'm a retired military officer, a psychologist, and founder of America Chooses Love. And after decades in war zones and crisis work, I've learned a hard truth. Fear isolates us. Care and connection is what's going to restore us. And we don't need another shouting match. We need places to breathe, to be heard, and to help each other in real practical ways. And that's what a circle of care creates. A circle of care is a small, repeatable gathering. It can be 2 people, it can be 10 people, it can be 5 minutes, it can be 90 minutes, but it's built on 3 simple things. Grounding. We arrive in our bodies. One can be 1 minute of silence, a few deep breaths, feet on the floor. Always so hectic that just taking this moment to ground can make a huge difference. Structured listening. Time-boxed shares, no interrupting, no advice giving unless it's asked for, and speaking from the I perspective. Mutual support. We check on needs and we offer realistic help. It can be a meal, a ride, a phone call, a connection. And it's not a group therapy, and it's not a debate club. It's not politics. It's a simple container where people feel safe, seen, and supported. And 5 benefits of these circles and why they really work is 1, it calms the nervous system. When we feel safe and supported, our breathing slows down, our thinking clears, and calm people make kinder choices, which just brings us closer together. And 2, it creates real belonging. This regular, predictable connection rewires loneliness. And you don't have to perform, you don't have to do anything to be welcome. And 3, it offers practical help. These circles turn goodwill into action, like childcare swaps or meal trains or job leads or check-ins. Whatever it is that you're looking for that people may be able to support you with. Number 4, it teaches conflict without collapse. This structure makes hard conversations possible without blowups. And number 5, it establishes community resilience. In times of stress or crisis, these circles will mobilize help faster than any hotline because the trust is already in place, and these are people that you know and people that you love. And belonging is built. It isn't something that you just find. And 4 steps to starting a circle. Start small, but start soon. Step number 1, invite 3 people. Invite 1 person. Keep it simple. Tea at my place, Thursday, 7 to 8 p.m., listening circle, no fixing, just presence. Are you interested? It can be that simple. Step 2, set gentle agreements, of confidentiality, of no interruptions, of sharing time, maybe 2 to 3 minutes. Curiosity over judgment, and anyone can call a pause. Step 3, use a light flow, open with 3 deep breaths or something similar, 20 to 30 minute check-in, how's your heart feeling today? A 10-minute shared practice, whether it's a gratitude round or a brief grounding, whatever people are needing, 10 to 15 minutes of needs and offers, one thing I need, one thing I can offer. And a 3-minute closing, 1 word or feeling that you're leaving with. Step 4, repeat. Same day, same time, each week or every other week. This consistency is what builds the trust. And just some quick and rapid fire ideas of where you can start. Potluck with 2 neighbors, do a library room for a monthly circle, an after work walk and talk, a parent guardian circle at the school or the PTA, a veterans peer circle at a VFW or a Legion Hall, yoga studios, 15-minute share after class, a virtual Zoom circle, for caregivers or night shift workers, and, workplace lunch circles. The possibilities are endless. So let's try an abbreviated version now. Let's practice the opening. So let's just come into our seats, our feet on the floor, and inhaling through your nose. Slowly exhale through your mouth. One more time, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Now, if you want, you can lay a hand on your heart and just tune in. What do I need this week? What can I offer? That's it. That's all there is to a circle. Now, if this resonated, start your first circle of care this week. You can find resources on the americachooseslove.com website. There I have one-pagers for the circle of flow, the agreements, a simple invite script you can text to people this week, the People's Pledge, and if you subscribe, I'll be sending out more guides and more ways that we can get connected. But tell me in the comments, where will you host your first circle? And who's the first person that you're going to invite? This is the way that we start it, because fear will isolate us, but love will bring us home. And I can't wait to hear about your circles, and this is why America Chooses Love.